Hello and welcome to Demo Reel. I'm Neofotosan. With us is Dylan.
Hello.
And we've got a special disc here.
Yeah, this is the demo disc that came with Mario Kart Double Dash for the Nintendo GameCube. The last time we had a GameCube demo disc on the show, we didn't really know where it came from, how it was distributed, but this one came with certain copies of the game Mario Kart Double Dash.
And that's why you see it up there in the top left-hand corner.
Right.
And Mario and Luigi hanging out back there, but yeah. And we've got some interesting games on here if we go up to the start of them. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which should be interesting, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron III, R3.
Subtitled Rebel Strike, I think it showed on the logo.
Yeah, which always love visiting Star Wars. Sonic Heroes, which we've played before, but not on the GameCube, so we'll see if it's any different. Mario Party 5.
I'm excited to see how this demo works.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this one myself. And then F-Zero GX, which we've talked about on the show before, but we've never gotten a chance to play it. So that's
Every time you play a racing game on the show, I feel like you mention how you'd rather be playing F-Zero, and now you finally got the chance.
Now we get to finally play F-Zero. It's going to be great. There's also a bonus items for Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance where you could download something for your Game Boy Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, so we saw on the last GameCube disc how you could actually download demos for Game Boy Advance games from the disc using the Game Boy Advance to GameCube link cable, and in this case you're actually getting extra content for the game that I didn't know existed. This is, of course,
so I guess this
Fire
is
Emblem 7.
like a precursor to DLC, almost.
Yeah, sort of, I guess.
That's kind of what it seems like to me.
It gives you an incentive for buying both games, Mario Kart and Fire Emblem.
Right. Then we've got some movies for Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, 1080 Degree Avalanche, which looks like a snowboarding game, Pokemon Coliseum, which is a fun game, Kirby Air Ride.
And it doesn't tell you, but this is actually a 2-for-1. It's not just a demo for, a trailer for the game Kirby Air Ride, but there was also one for the animated series.
Right
Kirby,
Back At Ya.
Yeah, Kirby Right Back At Ya is also included in this.
That's like 90% of what I know of Kirby came from that show, and the other 10% is from Smash Brothers. The Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup game, which I actually remember my sisters playing the PlayStation 2 version of that game. And then there's also a movie for SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, which is one I played on the demo of this on the Xbox back in like episode 21 or so. And then also a movie for NBA Live 2004, which we won't have to play that, no sports titles this time around, but we do get some ninjas, which is always great, so I'm ready to go ahead and jump into this.
Sure, let's go.
Let's see.
So the last time we played a GameCube demo disc, I had played all of the demos beforehand, so I had an idea of what's going on. That's not the case here. I've never seen this game before.
Yeah, looks like
standard beat-em-up stuff. You got a weak attack and a strong attack.
Yeah, the main thing's going to be for me getting used to being on this controller instead of playing it on a PlayStation or Xbox, which is where I've played this genre before.
Yeah, looks pretty simple. The most important one looked like L for dash. That seems like something that you could pretty easily overlook. But all of the other important stuff was on the four face buttons, the A, B, X, and Y.
Yeah, which, if I'm going to be mashing against some Foot Clan, then that's what I'm going to be mashing, so shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we've got the start menu here, and I was really hoping... Okay.
Is this actually a multiplayer demo? Can I do anything to join in here?
I don't know. Like, I've got a character select, but I've only got Leonardo lit up. So he may be the only one playable here.
Okay, yeah, it looks like this is a single-player demo, unfortunately. I think Mario Party is actually an outlier in this case, because I think that demo is actually multiplayer, but this one and F-Zero GX you might think would be, but are not.
Yeah.
This is probably a co-op game if you play the full game. It's hard to imagine a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game not being co-op.
Right,
given
everyone
it's
I've played has been.
Yeah, it has its origins in beat-em-up games and arcades and on the NES that were pretty well known for their multiplayer at the time.
Yeah, and I think this is tied with the 2000s series. I'm not really sure, but oh, there's some guys.
Yeah, this is like a 2003 demo disc, I think.
Yeah.
So it would have been right around that time. I don't really keep up on the franchise. I don't think I've seen a single episode of that adaptation.
Yeah, my sister Savvy really liked it. I remember her watching it, and so actually, even though I prefer the 80s cartoon, that's probably the one I've seen the most of. And then there's a computer animated one on Nickelodeon right now that I think people who like Ninja Turtles like it, but I've never seen it. The only thing I know about it is that they've done a good job of making the turtles visually distinct from one another, besides their headbands.
That's nice.
Like, I know Michelangelo has, like, freckles, and their faces are shaped slightly different. And it's also got a really cute style. I don't know how to describe the turtles as cute and not feel weird about it, since I've never really seen them as being cute characters, even in the 80s.
Right.
But,
it makes sense that they would have been able to do more diverse body types for the characters, because you think with traditional animation, you're going to be like reusing the same cells of animation for each character, but with computer animation, one of the advantages is that you can apply the same animations to models that are completely different in shape.
Yeah, so that's one thing I like about that series, but I don't actually know how the writing is, or the voice acting, or even how the animation looks, but like in motion. But yeah, it seems good. This 2000 show, I think it suffered from a lot of the problems a lot of 90s cartoons did. It was trying a little bit too hard to be, it focused more on the teenage part and less on the ninjas part as far as, like, attitude goes.
Oh, okay.
I just remember it seeming like they were trying really hard to be a bit too extreme with it. Maybe that's just a warped memory, because I haven't seen it since it originally aired. That was just my impression at the time. Okay, so yeah, I can't go forward until I've killed everybody in the area, or sorry, knock them out probably. I don't think I'm killing them, but oh, we've got these guys. These little mouser robots.
Robot dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think they were called mousers, but I could be thinking of something else. I just remember them.
I'll take your word for it.
I just remember them being pretty prominent in the show.
So the look of this game is okay. Like, it's cel-shaded, and I like that about it, but it's pretty lo-fi other than that. Like, look at how simplistic the shape of that car is.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of detail put into the backgrounds in general.
Right. It's definitely cartoony, I'll give it that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I like standing next to this car, I feel like it looks like it's from maybe a different game than my character.
It's significantly less detailed.
Yeah.
It's pretty low polygon.
Oh.
You can go that way.
I thought I had gotten everybody, because these guys hadn't appeared last time I was over here. But,
yeah, it seems like pretty old school gameplay.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. This is fun. I'd be having more fun if I knew what the hell I was doing. Like, I just now figured out how to jump, but,
you can double jump also, I remember from the instructions.
But that's my shortcoming, not the game's.
Yeah, I don't know, this game doesn't look terribly interesting to me.
I think,
like, there's probably a certain amount of technique involved, and it might be fun once you're used to the game to try to play it fast, but I don't know, it looks pretty boring to me.
Well, speaking as somebody who plays Dynasty Warriors, like, this type of gameplay is perfectly fine with me. And I played a lot of the beat-em-ups in the arcade when I was a kid, and I always had fun with them. I am confused why I'm fighting mostly street punks. Like, I don't remember.
This is probably the first stage of the game. They've got to stretch it out.
Yeah, but I am also still fighting, like, Foot Clan robots, like, mixed in with these guys. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little bit
odd. I don't know if these street punks are maybe like Shredder hired a bunch of street punks for something. I don't know. That doesn't sound like him. But
the first time I saw one of those guys in green, I thought he was, like, dressed as a turtle. Like, he was like some kind of, like, there was a gang that was imitating the Ninja Turtles, because he's got, like, that green sweater on. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be a cool concept for
the turtlenecks.
Right. Kind of like the Jokers from Batman Beyond, but instead of being a classic villain, it's the heroes themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea, actually. I don't think they ever did that. Oh, there's so many robots. They're small, but they're not actually harder to hit at all. He still, like, auto targets on them.
I like the comic text that appears, the crash, the get.
Right. That's cool. And it is interesting they do that, since it's not like they do that in the show, to my memory.
No, but it is paying homage to the fact that it was originally a comic book.
Yeah, but it wasn't that kind of comic book either.
That's true, yeah.
I don't think the original comics... Like, I guess the Archie comics might have had, like, sound effects like that, but definitely not the comics that the show originated from. The old black and whites. I'm pretty sure if they had sound effects, they weren't, like, Crash. Though, I don't know, maybe they were. I haven't actually read those comics, I just know about them.
I wonder how many times we've heard him say slice and dice so far.
A lot, and that's pretty common for this, especially since I'm sticking mostly to A and B here.
Yeah, it seems like they could have recorded a couple extra audio clips, though, and mixed it up.
Yeah, but that's how most beat 'em ups I've played have come across. And
That's not
Dynasty
a defense
Warriors,
of it.
No, I'm just saying it's not uncommon for the genre, though.
Yeah. It's not a genre I have a lot of respect for, I guess.
Let's see, can I continue?
Yeah! And I think we talked about this when we played Beautiful Joe, how it's not a very interesting genre, but Beautiful Joe shows how you can do a lot of interesting things with it.
Right.
Without really a whole lot of innovation, just a couple of simple additions to make it into a really nice game.
But I don't exactly expect innovation from a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game coming out in the 2000s.
No.
That's not to say that they never would have done anything innovative with them, and they may have, and I just don't know because I don't follow the franchise. But it seems like they're mostly just cashing on the name, like the majority of things with the brand attached to it that have come out in our lifetimes.
Right, and this is a game meant to appeal to very small children, I think. Like, it's pretty violent in that it's nothing but fighting, but I don't know, there's nothing objectionable.
There's no
in this
blood.
Game. Yeah.
You're not killing them, you're just knocking them down and they fade away. So it's not even, it's cartoon violence, which is like the lowest level of violence in the rating system.
Yeah, the point is this could probably keep a kindergartner entertained for hours on hours. And that's really all it needs to do.
Yeah. So yeah, it's functional in that respect. I don't think it's a game I'm going to be rushing out to buy anytime soon.
I hope to never play this game.
But, I don't know, I think if I had 3 friends and we could play together...
yeah, okay, there's some merit to that.
Yeah.
I can imagine the co-op being not too bad.
Yeah. The great thing about co-op is it can make even a really bad game really fun. And this isn't a really bad game, it's just kind of a mediocre to bad game.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't expect that this game varies much as you go from stage to stage. I imagine the gameplay stays pretty much like this throughout, so I'm not really sure how long that would last. Like, you expect there to be... So playing a game co-op with friends, you expect there to be emergent elements, where you're, like, fighting over drops, where you're, like, hitting each other with friendly fire, things like that. You expect situations to come up as you go along that are in themselves interesting. And I don't see a lot of interesting things coming up in this game.
Yeah, there are like
as you move
there
along.
are drops that you could potentially fight over. I guess I don't know. I don't know how it divvies that up in the multiplayer. I also don't know if it's exactly like this in the multiplayer. If there's some minor differences. But
Did you just trip over a guy who had fallen down?
I think I was knocked over by the steam, but I'm not sure.
That's how it looked to me anyway. But yeah, that makes a lot more sense that it was this stream from the hydrant.
Yeah, because I didn't hit him either. He fell down from the steam too.
Okay, that's what it was then. Okay.
So, oh!
Wow. If you hadn't fallen down, that would have looked impressive.
I think it knocked me down.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Have you used any shuriken yet?
No,
That's X, I think. The button above A. Yeah, you just threw one. Okay.
There we go.
You have 7 remaining.
Yeah.
And now we're out.
Okay, now I don't have to worry about you telling me to use them.
I just want to make sure that we demonstrate all that the game has to offer.
Right. Yeah, that is one thing, and I don't know if maybe it's just me, but I don't often feel like I need to use more than the basic attacks in this type of game. Unless we're fighting, I mean, sometimes bosses will force you to play it differently, or certain enemies maybe, like there was some kind of enemy that it was beneficial to take them out long range. But and it's not like I'm doing great here, so maybe my strategy's just really bad. I'm sure it is, but
I don't think you have a strategy.
Right. That's what I mean. My lack of a strategy is not a good strategy. He punched me. Come on, guys. I'm a turtle.
So you have 4 continues still remaining.
I doubt I'll need them all. Like, I feel like we're getting...
Yeah, to get through the
close.
demo, but it seems like to get through the entire game, you would have to conserve your continues somewhat.
Maybe.
Assuming that there's not saving between stages or anything, and that the entire thing is arcade style. Well,
Yeah.
that brings us to the end of the stage. No boss or really any kind of raising of the stakes at all. It was just kind of the same throughout.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected once we got dropped in. I was hoping we might have a mini boss of some kind, but no.
But it's new record.
This is Star Wars Rebel Strike, something 3.
Rogue Squadron 3.
Rape Squadron?
Rogue Squadron.
Oh, okay, good. That's better. It's a Star Wars game, guys.
Yeah. third game in the series. First one was on the Nintendo 64. Second one was a launch title on the GameCube. I remember that because when I got my GameCube at midnight on launch date, it's the game I chose. Knowing what I know now, I would have gone with Super Monkey Ball or Luigi's Mansion over it, but whatever. This is the only GameCube, or this is the sequel to the only GameCube game I had for a few weeks. So I played Rogue Squadron 2 a fair bit, but I don't remember it at all because I didn't play it at all beyond that initial period of not having any other GameCube games.
Yeah. It looks like in the full game there's cooperative and versus options, but they're not lit up here.
Wow, you would think with there being one multiplayer demo on this disc, some of the other ones would have taken advantage of that and included it as well, but
I don't know how much intercommunication there would have been between the developers.
Especially considering that this came with Mario Kart, which is like a very classic multiplayer party game.
Yeah,
why
that's
not
true.
include some multiplayer demos with it?
After crash landing in your snowspeeder,
I pressed Y for mission description just started more dialogue, but
yeah, unsubtitled at least in the demo.
Yeah, but we can drop in. We're gonna be on Hoth, which means there should be some snow, maybe walkers. Oh look, this movie footage. Okay,
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, like the little menu we had was set up from a scene in the movie, but it was like rendered and stuff. But this is just playing the movie.
We're gonna get content ID'd, aren't we?
Oh man. At least the last Star Wars game I had, when it played movie footage, it was like behind the menu. But yeah, this is playing it as a cutscene to the game.
Yeah.
Did the one you had the 2 do
Not that I remember, but you know, maybe it did, and I just don't remember.
Yeah. Oh.
I do remember that 2 included the Battle of Hoth, so this is definitely retreading ground.
I'm not even getting to fly here. What do I do?
I think you need to shoot your grappling hook up into the crotch of that AT-AT.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that. I didn't pick up that one in the...
Wow, binoculars.
Binoculars. I'm just trying buttons here.
You're locked onto that guy, that sand trooper, or snow trooper.
No!
Wow!
I got crushed!
The foot clipped through you and you died. What a terrible fate for Luke Skywalker.
At least I can shoot people. Actually, I was expecting this to be a flying game, but this is actually going to end up being more like Battlefront.
It is primarily like a flight simulator shooting game. But it seems that this game innovates by having some on-foot sections as well.
Yeah. Let's see.
And,
when
from
I
the looks of it, they don't control particularly great. There you go.
It's
it just
the
appeared
C stick.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When I jumped, it said C, so I looked at the controller to remember what C was.
Yeah.
And then I guess I can cut my way through and... Okay, there's like little buttons that appear at the top of the screen to tell me what to do. I'm still not... am I supposed to shoot?
No, you have to throw the bomb in there. It's B.
Okay.
Isn't that... He throws like the bomb up inside and then drops down and then it blows up.
I'm not sure how to...
I'm not sure if you've seen the film.
It's been a long time, but no, I remember.
Okay.
There we go.
He just stands there looking around like nothing's happening.
Yeah. That's how cool he is.
Yeah.
Do I need to do that like repeatedly now?
I thought he just did it to the one in the movie.
But in the game, I mean.
But in the game, I mean, yeah.
Like I am doing it right now.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Let's see.
It's funny how he like sticks the lightsaber up in there, cuts a bunch of stuff, and then it just slides open. Like he's not cutting a hole for himself to throw the bomb into.
Right.
He's just activating some switch to open the door.
Oh, there's some kind of thing over here.
It's a tauntaun. They want you to ride that.
Okay, let me shoot some guys on the way. Shooting. There's droids too. There's things everywhere. Okay.
Because there was one in the movie, there are suddenly 10 of them here.
Yeah. Was there only one in the movie?
Yeah,
because it was just like a scout thing.
It was a probe droid, yeah. It was just looking
but
for
they're
signs of
units
their base.
here.
Yeah, but in the game, they're fighting you.
Well, I guess it's nice that they get their moment to shine. I remember having a Star Wars droid like encyclopedia when I was a kid, and I remember that one being in there. There's lots of great droids.
Star Wars is a great thing for nerdy kids to have because it goes as deep as you want it to.
Right.
Like if you just want a couple of good movies to watch, you can have that, and if you want a bunch of books that encyclopedize every aspect of the universe, you can have that too.
Yeah, and I had like 3 or 4 encyclopedias as a kid. There's just I don't even think I read them all that much. I just like looking at robots I didn't know about, I didn't remember. And like it's like any droid that appears anywhere in the movies or in any of the other media at the time was going to be in those.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm running the right way.
I see an emblem over there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same emblem that was over the
Tauntaun. I think
right.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. I almost called it a Tonfa, and I was like, that's not right.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's a weapon. Yeah. So I guess that's like my destination point marker. Can I use this?
Sure. Yeah. C.
Woo. I don't think there's anybody around to use it on those. I shot them all.
There they are.
There we go. Wait. Are those? I don't even know. Are those?
Those are Imperial.
Okay. I can't remember.
They were just like transport vehicles in the movie, though. Like.
Yeah, and they're just like dropping off these.
Like they hijacked one of those to get into the Death Star in the third movie.
Yeah. Here they're dropping off these troops, and I'm just sitting here. This doesn't seem like a good battle tactic. They're just firing at me, and
right.
I can't hit them at all.
You're just taking shots from them.
Okay. Go away.
Do we have any other weapon that can fight these things?
No. Oh, no.
The AT-STs look way too small in this. Like, aren't there supposed to be 2 guys in there? Or am I...
I think there is, yeah, but...
They look too small for that. Maybe
I feel like maybe I am supposed to be
really
shooting them
crowded.
with this.
Yeah, I have to guess that this is the only thing we have that would be effective against them.
I almost talked about it when I was trying to cut my way into that walker before, but the analog stick is really jerky the way it moves around, and I don't know why that is, but it's really hard to aim it compared to like most of the games I've played that required use of analog sticks. It was really hard for me to get onto the little thing I was supposed to throw a bomb through. I had to like basically just wiggle it around and then mash B until I happened to cross it, because I couldn't get it to hold steady on anything. And in a similar vein, I feel like I'm not controlling this nearly as well as I normally would.
On the upside, they're barely hurting you. Every damage that they deal to you, you seem to heal immediately. Wow.
Yeah, I guess maybe the Gatling gun protects me somewhat, I don't know.
Maybe. If you look, you have like... Well, I'm not really sure how the health works, but whenever you're getting hit, your green circle flashes yellow in the direction that you're being hit from, I think.
Oh, we get to see more of the movie
But then
now.
it turns right back to green right away, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, was the game you played based on Episode 7?
Yeah, actually, it included a lot of content from the upcoming film.
Okay.
It's kind of a sneak preview done a decade in advance.
I just noticed, since we're playing the third game, and it seems to be based mostly off the third film, or the, whatever.
Okay, so this looks a lot more like the game that I played, where you're actually flying around in three-dimensional space. And the cool thing is the radar in the top right, you can see how everything is sort of shaped like a lollipop.
Yeah.
That indicates whether it's above or below you. And right now they're all like pointing down, or maybe they're pointing up. I don't remember which way it works.
Oh, there's a TIE fighter right on my...
But they're pointing up or down depending on whether the thing is actually above or below you. So the
Right.
radar, which kind of looks like it would only give you two-dimensional information, is actually giving you three-dimensional information.
That's good. I probably won't be using it a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm not a very good gamer.
Yeah, so I think you can use the D-pad to change the formation to give you like to give orders to your other the other pilots.
Okay. I messed around with it. I don't know what I told them, but man, there's so many TIE fighters like behind me. How do I shoot behind me?
Yeah, and that's an element that I think was introduced in the second game, because the second game was subtitled, it was like Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader. Okay. So the twist was that you're now in charge of the entire unit in addition to controlling yourself.
But then, what does the subtitle imply about this one? Like Rebel Strike or whatever?
That it's the third game.
Yeah.
It's a Star Wars-y name.
Yeah.
I don't know, there are only so many battle scenes that you can do and still be like recognizably Star Wars.
Right.
So it's just kind of doing the same thing.
Well, I don't know. Did I get shot out of the air?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh no. Is that... Okay, I had 3 lives, I guess. My mission failed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, well, that's okay. We got to see both types
Oh,
of
no,
gameplay.
the transports were destroyed. That's
Oh.
why we failed. Or no, or maybe they were destroyed because we were destroyed. I'm not sure.
I think that's it, because there was an animation of me spiraling out
Yeah,
of the air.
okay. So this is just like a description of the consequences of our failure, and not actually a description of how we failed.
Yeah, because I don't even think I had a way to protect the transport specifically. But, oh, that's fine. We got to see both types of gameplay here.
Yeah.
Got to see me die a few different ways. I got crushed, I got shot. You got to see some of the movie. If you want to see more of the movie, I'm sure you can find it at your local Walmart. Or
In its edited form.
yeah. Or perhaps somewhere else where you can see the actual version that they released in the 70s. But, that's good for now. I'm ready to move on to the next game, though.
Okay.
So this is Sonic Heroes, game we played pretty recently on the Xbox, but now we're playing it on the GameCube.
Hooray.
Yeah, and if you didn't see that episode, what we do here is we are Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, and we run through and smash things, and get fired out of things, and drive a car for a little bit.
You've got me at a disadvantage because I haven't seen that episode yet, so I don't know what you've already said. But basic format of this game is that you play through a couple of different characters' stories in the same way that the Sonic Adventure games had multiple playable characters. There are multiple playable teams in this game, and it looks like we can actually play as 2 of them here.
Yeah,
and since you said on the previous demo you played as Team Sonic, right?
Right, and I think it was that stage.
Yeah, it would have been Seaside Hill,
So let's change it up.
stage of the game. So yeah, we can play as Team Dark here, which consists of Shadow the Hedgehog, Rouge the Bat, and a robot. It's not the same robot from Sonic Adventure, though.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's that robot's, like, brother or something, I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about Sonic canon, so don't hold me to that. But I think that's the case. The dark characters in Sonic Adventure 2 were Shadow, Rouge, and Eggman or Robotnik or whatever. But he's an antagonist in this game. He's not playable, so they replaced him with one of his rogue machines.
Okay.
Which is this guy here.
Let's see. I'm having trouble getting on this. He keeps stopping to balance on the edge of things.
That's to help you, so you don't fall off.
Yeah, but I can let's see, speed.
Yeah, so that's telling you to use your speed character, which on this team is Shadow.
Right. I already was speed.
Yeah.
But now no, I'm falling. Why am I falling?
Black Tornado attacks enemies.
Black Tornado attacks enemies. Okay, well, we gotta try again here, I guess.
Yeah, so we're playing, it said stage 8 or something, so the difficulty here is going to be a little bit higher than the stage you played on the Xbox version.
And unfortunately, there wasn't any real difficulty to that, so I didn't actually learn how to play the game any. Okay.
Well, you can use Y and X to switch between characters.
Yeah, I remember the character switching, and I remember the little cues. I'm still not sure, what I'm supposed to do with it. Yeah, I guess there's tornado, and then come on, why can't I,
Oh wow, that looks really tricky.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it, is the problem.
I think you had the right idea. If you use the tornado to get up the pole, then you probably have to do it to the first pole, and then again to the second pole once it flings you over there.
Yeah, but
It's just, I think your timing was a bit off, or maybe you were holding a direction that you shouldn't have been holding.
Why did I fall?
Because you jumped.
Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to jump over those barricades that come down, but I guess I just smashed through them?
Maybe.
I don't know.
You might just be able to tank them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I smashed through at least one of them, but
they're just there to slow you down.
yeah, and they do that.
Alright, well it's a straight shot now, so you should be able to jump and then homing attack your way. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. We're moving along here, sort of.
Yeah.
Why is it getting harder the more I play it? I don't know.
Beginner's luck.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, so tornado now.
I'm trying. They're not tornadoing.
Oh, I see how it works. You need to run up that thing.
I don't know how.
When you were on it, the gravity was reversed because I saw Shadow's feet touching it as if that was the wall. So I think you can just run up it once it launches you over there.
Okay, well we can try it one more time. So we didn't get to see very much of it
Yeah,
at all.
we'll try it again.
I'm sure I'll get the hang of it eventually.
Yeah, it seems like it would have been more our speed if they included Team Rose, since they're meant to be like the beginner team and they have all of the tutorials in their story.
Who else is on Team Rose?
So it's Amy Rose, Cream the Rabbit, I think, and then Big the Cat.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm falling.
Yeah, I'm fond of Big the Cat ever since we did Sonic Adventure 1 on a previous demo reel.
Yeah, he was an interesting character.
It was interesting, yeah. I like the character even though his gameplay was awful.
Okay, I guess I can just speed through those, and they won't slow me down a whole lot.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I remember grinding from previous Sonic games. You can press B to attack while you're on it.
I pressed the tornado button and he just jumped off the side.
What is the tornado button?
Well, I think it's B. I've been pressing B to do it before.
Yeah, B is just like the action button.
Yeah.
It's context sensitive what it does.
I guess I wasn't as close to the, I guess I wasn't as close as I thought I was to the pole, so I just dashed off the side instead.
Yeah, I think you need to like slow down, come to a stop, and then use it.
Yeah. Well, but now I'm down here.
Yeah. And you're going to have to use Rouge to get back up, because I see a monitor back there telling you to use your flying character.
Yeah. Okay, well I can tornado the robot at least.
Yeah. Your combat character is the robot. I think that he's going to be most effective at fighting.
Yeah.
But you can fight with anyone. And he's dead. Alright, he's back.
I didn't kill him. Okay, I smashed a,
Yeah, you can only fly to a certain height though, so you need to get up on top of that platform.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but okay, now, I guess maybe I can go, okay, I can go higher now that I'm on the platform. Alright, for some reason I thought it was gonna move, but, okay. No!
Do you have to do it in midair, maybe? Jump and then...
Okay,
there we
alright,
go.
that's the difference.
Alright, now try running up it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we made it, we made it, we're alive.
Now I'll die immediately, but,
Yeah, so now it wants you to use your power character, which is the robot.
Yeah. Oh, he, shoots the other characters out?
Yeah, it looks like it. That's actually pretty cool. But what it wants you to do is use a move where the characters, join hands, and then use the fan to all go up together.
Okay,
which is something that all of the power characters have. I think you need to land next to the fan, and then...
Okay.
And then press B, maybe?
There we go, okay.
Is that what we wanted?
I don't know, they're holding hands.
No, no. They need to do a triangle formation.
Oh.
This is for combat. I'm not sure how to do it. Yeah, they're saying to use the triangle dive.
Guys.
Yeah, this is a point where better knowledge of the game would probably help us. Did you have to do this at all in stage 1?
No, I think we might have, but if I did it was by accident.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, it looks like there's an alternate path there on the left where you can use the flying character.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that'll get you up as well.
Let me just see
Seems
if
like
I can hit this bumper here or something.
Yeah, it seems like you have 2 paths. You can use the flying or power character to get past that obstacle. If you hit that balloon, it'll give you a little bit of extra height, I think. But we didn't need it to get here.
Yeah. Let's see. Now we're just zooming along here.
Slowly, yeah.
Me.
Oh, we did not want to jump.
No.
I think you wanted to just use the B attack to gain some speed there.
I guess. Oh man.
All the way back, huh?
I thought we would have at least hit some kind of checkpoint.
Prepare to infiltrate.
Yeah, we didn't really get all that far, all things considered.
Well, I think this is our last try anyway, right?
Right, we're on our last life here.
I fell again. Yeah.
That's okay. It's not hard to get back up. Just disregard that guy and use Rouge to get up.
I don't want him killing us.
Well,
Okay.
if you're fast, that won't be a problem.
Yeah. Let's see, what was the platform like here?
You're on it.
Yeah. I couldn't see it for a second.
You
Alright.
just have to trust yourself. You've got this.
I don't trust myself, I keep falling
Alright, now
off
remember,
things.
you're going to be grinding on the rail when you land, so don't jump.
Right,
There you go.
okay, whatever. No!
Oh,
no!
wow. Right off the side.
It's impossible to control where I'm going.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is not a game that controls particularly well, so I can't really blame you for that.
Oh, we gotta see more of it at least. I don't want to play it anymore, though.
I don't blame you.
Okay.
But there you go, that's Sonic Heroes Trial Version.
So this is Mario Party 5, and anyone out there who's even the slightest bit familiar with Mario Party is probably as curious as we are about exactly how a demo for this game works, or the way they have it organized. But we're going to find out here.
My guess is first 5 turns of a game, maybe?
Yeah, it's got to be that. It can't be a full game. Like, I've never played a demo that long. Even, like, the longest demos I've played, like, baseball and hockey games would probably be that. Or Dragoon, are still, like a half hour at most. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
It'll be either that or just, like, a collection of mini-games.
Yeah.
Without the game board involved at all, but we'll see.
I'm just curious. I never thought I'd get the chance to play Mario Party on this show. But,
Alright, so we've got 2 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully we finally get to play a multiplayer demo. It's my 3rd time on the show now, and this is the first time I've actually gotten to play something if you exclude the Game Boy Advance in that one stealth game. Right, I'm playing Peach. Peach has got it.
Yeah, I'm Wario. Let's pick out the best characters here, Waluigi and Daisy.
You're just trolling me. These are the worst characters.
Okay, so we've got Coney Island.
Okay, so it is just a
matches.
collection of minigames.
Yeah. Okay, so we can just play through these though. Like,
looks like 5 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is not going to take us terribly long to go through them.
Alright, so we'll start with Coney Island here, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, really quickly, for those of you not familiar with Mario Party, the game plays out as a board game, and between rounds of the board game you play mini-games, which give you coins that allow you to buy stars and ultimately win the game. And we're not going to be playing the board game part here, just the mini-games on the side, and it looks like in this one we're just going to be piling up some ice cream.
Yeah. Coney Island is a pun because we will be holding cones.
On an island.
On an island, right.
But also,
actually,
ice cream is something you might eat at Coney Island.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Alright, so this is interesting. You have to use the shadow to line yourself up. So I've never played Mario Party 5. Most of my Mario Party experience is with 2 and 3, which were both on the Nintendo 64.
Right. I've just played, I think it was 2, I don't know.
Yeah, 2 is the one that we've played together. I think 2 is by far the strongest game of the ones that I've played.
But, okay.
I'm up to 4.
Yeah, this is a mini game I've never played before.
Nice. I'm up to 5.
Yeah,
looks like a 3-way tie. Daisy had to miss out a little bit.
Poor Daisy. But that's okay. Maybe she'll get to have her moment in the sun in Button Mashers.
To be honest, none of us were going to eat that much ice cream anyway. She's not really missing out on anything.
We're being pretty gluttonous. Don't let the blocks crush you. Repeatedly press each button shown on each block to keep from being crushed.
So you have to mash, but you have to change which button you're mashing each time a block lands?
Yeah, that's going to be hard for me because I don't know what
if you're not familiar with the controller, you're not going to know the names of all the buttons.
I'm going to be like glancing down at my controller halfway through this, but it's just you and me this time too.
Yeah, it's what's called a dual minigame, which is a 2-player minigame.
Oh, man.
I won already because you were not mashing L. Let's try that again.
I was mashing L.
Okay, so the L button registers complete depression differently. So like it's digital, so it's pressure sensitive, but if you go all the way down, it like clicks. I think this is looking for that click.
Okay, that's the problem. Alright.
Right. Whenever there's like a need for a discrete L or R press, it's usually looking for that click rather than like a slight depression.
That's alright. That's good to keep in mind here.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the GameCube controller, I can see why that would surprise you. We are both failures this time around. I guess we need to mash a little bit faster. Let's try that again. I want a proper winner out of this game.
We have to have a real true button masher champion.
I feel like I'm not awful at mashing. I'm just not giving this my full game right now. Let's try again. Let's hope for those face buttons though. Those are easier to mash than the triggers. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Here we go.
This is a lot better.
Why? Which one's why? Which one's why? Ah! See, even I don't know. I played GameCube for years, and I always forget which is Y and which is X.
It's the top one. But...
Yeah, I should have seen the shape and known, but I was mashing X anyway.
Alright,
one more time.
We've gotta have a winner.
Yeah, we have to have a proper winner to this thing, and then we can move on.
This game is so hard.
We've got to settle this.
Why is this game so hard?
X. Okay, that's on the side. L.
Oh.
Alright, it's gonna be inconclusive
so
here.
this game is impossible.
So this is what's called a dual minigame. It's 1 versus 1, and these are played separately from the main minigames, usually just with coins on the line. Like you bet a certain number of coins.
Right.
They're not as important generally.
And this looks like another one too. Shy Guy
2
Showdown.
players in this one as well.
Press the button on the sign. So yeah.
Oh, this is Shy Guy Says. This is my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
If you don't know, there's this minigame in Mario Party 2 called Shy Guy Says, and I never lose. So.
But this is like a dual version of that.
Yeah, it's like a dual version. This is just whoever's first on the draw, it looks like.
Yeah. But I'm so terrible.
I hope he fakes us out though. And pretends.
Like he doesn't.
He's only got 1 sign though.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Just waiting. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed A.
I pressed B, but I was a little bit slower than you, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess I didn't.
What an unimpressive minigame to include on this demo disc. It is funny to me that these dual minigames seem to be set in Western land from Mario Party 2.
Let's see if we can get somebody actually shooting, though.
Oh, you want to try it again? Okay.
Yeah. We can kind of see it in the little video there, but, like, I just shot myself. Like, my gun misfired because I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
So we gotta see what happens if you press the wrong button. That's nice.
It's so funny that there are guns in Mario at all.
Right?
It seems inappropriate.
Yeah, okay. So that time I was overthinking it, but...
Yeah, I guess it just shoots ink.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah.
It looks like a really abstract, like, laser gun, and it just turns you slightly
My gun
darker.
misfired and got ink all over me, and that's why you didn't get a fire the first time, and the second time you fired and shot me with ink.
Dinger Derby.
Dinger Derby. Swing the baseball bat
Derby?
and hit the pitches from the pitching machine. Whoever hits the most pitches wins. Okay.
Okay, what are the instructions?
I'm guessing...
Like, can we look at the controls? Does L and R alternate between minigames or controls? There you go.
Okay, A to swing.
A to swing.
Alright.
That's all we needed.
Yeah.
Let's go. Looks like this is a regular 4-player minigame.
You get to bring back Waluigi and Daisy. That's great.
Hooray! Who I wanted to see.
Alright, so, yeah, this is going to be a timing minigame.
Yeah, and having never done it before, it's hard to judge. Wow. And
some of them are really different.
Right.
Like, they're not consistent at all in the speed they come at you.
Yeah.
And sometimes they go flying off in weird directions. Like, you hit one and it, like, flew off in front of me.
Right.
I don't know what causes that.
Yeah, it makes no difference, though, what direction it goes. It's just the number of hits you get.
It's just interesting that that's the thing at all, instead of just, like, a set animation for it.
I think I'm at a tremendous disadvantage here because you play so many baseball games on demo reel that
this is nothing like any of those. And I missed a ton there. Like Waluigi and I tied for last. Yeah, good job.
Peach has got it.
Yeah, Peach appears to have got it. So
this time.
Yeah, good for her. Pushy penguins. Avoid the pushy penguins as they march into
Wow,
the
this
sea.
game looks great. I like
the
this
last
game
player
already.
standing wins. Yeah, this looks interesting.
Are there any controls, or are we just walking around? Sometimes in games like this, where it looks like you would just be walking around, you can actually punch and kick other players. But yeah, this doesn't seem to be one of those.
Yeah, and this one we're just avoiding the pushy penguins. Let's jump on in. Well, the whole gang's here. This is good.
Yep, 4-player minigame. There are 3 versus 1 and 2 versus 2 minigames, depending on what your positions are on the game board when the minigame starts. But in this demo, we're only seeing dual minigames and free-for-all minigames.
Yeah, so that's okay.
These penguins are pushing me.
These are some pushy penguins.
No manners.
We need Morgan Freeman to narrate this specific minigame. Yeah, we go.
And it's over.
I got caught up.
Let's go again, since that was so quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'd like to play Pushy Penguins again.
This is the funnest one we've done yet, so I'm fine with that.
I'll agree with that.
Gotta avoid the pushy penguins. I love the little penguins too.
Yeah, I like how Mario Party games do tend to pay homage to like previous games in the Mario Party series, or in the Mario series rather.
Right.
And these guys are from Mario 64 on a cool mountain.
Yeah, the only Mario game I've really played.
Yeah.
So
I'm gone.
Whoa. Okay. I just gotta beat Daisy. Come on. Oh my gosh,
Shouldn't
there's
be
so
hard.
many penguins and they're so pushy.
In the full game, we would be able to set the difficulty of the computers, but I'm guessing these guys aren't easy based on the way they've been playing the minigames.
Yeah, they have not been standout competitors. So really, even the 4-player games are 2-player. At least so far. I don't think there's a lot of chance of the comp beating us.
And I think that was all. That was 5 minigames.
Yeah, well...
So that's all we're going to be seeing of Mario Party 5 today.
Yeah.
It seems alright, though.
Yeah, like, not all the games were great, but none of them were, like, really bad, and some of them were kind of fun. Like, Pushy Penguins was definitely the highlight, but,
Yeah.
yeah, like, I would play this with friends, I guess. Still think I would probably go with 2 first.
Yeah, I haven't met a Mario Party I didn't like, but all things considered, I'd much rather play 2, I think.
Yeah, so, alright, let's move on. We've got 1 game left, and it's a doozy.
Let's go.
So this is F-Zero GX, and we're going to be playing this one twice. First up is me. I'm going to play a race here, and you'll get a chance to see how somebody who doesn't know how to play F-Zero plays F-Zero GX. And then Dylan will get a play, and Dylan's actually played this.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he would claim to be an expert, but...
No. There's a lot of technique to this game that's way beyond me. I've only picked it up in the past year or so, but it's really one of my favorite games, and I've really felt compelled to learn to play the game properly. But I'm nowhere near the high level of play you can expect out of this game. And it's a bit of a shame, I think, for poor Mario Kart that it got this demo on its disc, because this game really puts Mario Kart to shame as a racing game. Just wait until you see how fast this game is.
There are different types of racing games, though.
Yeah. Mario Kart's more of a party game. This one is a bit more serious. Not in tone, certainly, but
it's more competitive, I would think. And
oh yeah, it's much more competitive.
It's got a lot more skill to it, like you mentioned.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing too much of that here. This is the first track in the game, and there's not a whole lot of room for technique here. So it's probably not going to look all that much different between the two of us playing it. Also in this demo, you are only able to play as one of the machines, and you're not able to tweak the machine in any way. But
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So a couple things here. You'll notice that there are 30 cars on the track, which is pretty absurd. I don't know a lot of racing games that have that many competitors in the Grand Prix mode. So that's pretty cool. On the second and third lap, as you can see, you have access to boost power, which allows you to gain a temporary boost to your speed and acceleration at the cost of some of your energy, which is the bar in the top right. The
you can build that back up, though.
You can build that up by driving over the pit zones, which are those like purpley rainbow stretches.
Right.
The energy is both your boost power and also your health. So if you collide with things, or if other cars attack you, you'll lose your health, and you'll lose a life if you run out of energy, which in single player means that you have to start the race over.
In multiplayer, just means it just costs you some time, though, right?
Yeah, there's like this UFO, which does the job of Locky 2, and Mario Kart just brings you back. Right. And with that, the race is over already. Yeah, so really tragic that that's all we get to see of this game. Considering how much I love this game, I was really looking forward to being able to show this demo on the show, but unfortunately Twist Road is all we get to see of it. But now that you've done it, I guess I'll take over and play it once myself.
Yeah, I've played this game some, and so I wasn't as lost there as I would be if this was the first time I was playing it. Like, I knew what the things I was encountering did. Like boosts are pretty obvious, but then the boost you gain after the first level is something I wouldn't have known about otherwise. But right, I still don't know anything about the strategy involved in the game.
Right, so the yellow panels that are on the track give you a boost similar to you activating your own boost power, but it doesn't cost any energy.
Right.
I think that's about the only thing you need to know that's going on in this track. Also, a really important element to this game is that steering is done with the control stick, but additionally you can use the L and R shoulder buttons to slide your vehicle from side to side. Right. So if you're making a motion similar to a lane change in which you don't want to change the direction you're going, just your position on the track, you'll use L and R to slide your vehicle horizontally, side to side. But additionally, you can use the shoulder button slide and the control stick in junction in order to make sharper turns than you would be able to otherwise. And also by pressing both slide buttons at the same time, you can loosen your grip, which allows you to make even sharper turns than that. Also, if you're ever in the air, you can tilt your vehicle forward or backward using the control sticks up and down directions. Also, there are attacks in this game, but those don't come up terribly often, and I'm not going to be using any of those here, so you're not going to be seeing that. Some other things to note in this game, if you're ever driving higher than your max speed, you want to let off the acceleration, because you'll actually lose speed faster if you're accelerating while you're above your top speed.
I didn't know that.
But that's a pretty minor thing. You don't really have to worry about that right away when you're playing this game. But basically, whenever you're boosting, your max speed is increased temporarily, and then once the boost expires, your max speed is going to go back down. but you're going to maintain your current speed for a short while until your vehicle comes back to resting at whatever its max speed is. So by releasing the acceleration, you can delay that process. But I generally don't do that in just a normal race like this. But this game's story mode gets extremely difficult. It has the tracks in story mode all have their own unique gimmicks, and most of them are going to require you to try them really dozens of times before you're able to succeed even once. Like, they're very, very difficult. And so
Even
some of those,
even like the onset, the very earliest one.
yeah, even like this, the second one is very difficult. The first one's not too bad on the first difficulty, but it ramps up very quickly, and so you'll want to employ some of those more advanced techniques in races like that. But as far as these regular Grand Prix matches, you'll see I'm sliding around a lot more than you would expect someone skilled to this game too. This is not my machine of choice. I normally play the Turbo Robin, and I play it on 100% max speed settings, which plays a lot differently than the Blue Falcon on neutral settings, which you're seeing here. But in any case, I put up a first place finish there, and I don't think I did too badly. What was my time? Like a 122, 123 probably? 116. Why did I think it was so high? Alright, well anyway, we did pretty well there.
Blew me out of the water. 22nd place.
Second place goes to Black Shadow, third place to Jodie Summer, fourth place to the Twin Narita, and I don't know who those other two people are, but there are a lot of characters in this game.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Some pretty flavorful ones.
Yeah, so anytime I've played a racing game and I talk about how I wish I was going faster, usually what I mean is this. I wish it was more like this.
And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see this on YouTube as well as we can here, because this game is 60 frames per second and YouTube limits everything to 30. But those extra frames are really important when you're making the really quick reactions that this game requires at times.
Yeah, no, this is a really fun racing game. Like, this and Mario Kart type games are kind of the only kind of racing games I can really enjoy playing. Everything else feels really boring compared to those two different extremes. Either the extreme cartoons or the extreme, like, speed.
Yeah. I will say for Mario Kart that it's a fun party game because it has the element that anyone can win. Like, no matter how far behind, you can always come back if you get a little bit lucky. The items in that game give a lot of randomness to the game, which can be good if you want that kind of party experience where it feels like everyone's got a shot at it. But, like you were saying, this game's a lot more competitive, there's a lot more skill involved, and they serve different purposes. But in my opinion, there's no racing game better than this.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably fair. I wish I was better at it than I am, and I'm sure you probably do too.
Oh yeah.
But it's even not being good at it, I can still appreciate it for what it is, and kind of bemoan the fact that so many of the racing games I play on this show don't even come close in comparison. It's really sad because I play a lot of racing games.
Yeah, but, if you've got a GameCube or a Wii, do yourself a favor, pick up this game. It's probably like $10 used. Time's up. The time ran out on this demo that's only one track long. Yeah, it would have been really nice if this demo had given us a couple more tracks, or maybe like a versus mode so that we could show off a little bit more of the game than that one simple track. But
yeah, the demo itself is pretty limited, which is unfortunate because there's so much to the actual game. There's a lot of tracks, lots of characters.
Yeah, lots of machines. There are 15 tracks at the start, and then there are 11 more you unlock, and then plus the story chapters. So there's a lot of content in the game.
But yeah, that'll do it for us, though. That's the whole Mario Kart Double Dash demos. Interesting choices for some of these games when I think about it. Like, Mario Party makes a lot of sense, and F-Zero seemed, like you mentioned earlier, F-Zero was kind of an interesting choice.
Because it contrasts so strongly with Mario Kart, despite both being Nintendo racing games.
And I can see the appeal of putting a Sonic game on a Mario disc. And the first two games we played don't seem to have any kind of correlation. They're probably just there because they were coming out around the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to see these demos that aren't just magazine promotions and actually come with a disc, like a full game. Hopefully we get to do a few more like this in the future. But in the meantime, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot for having me back on the show.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll be here a lot more. I love having you here.
I hope so. It's a lot of fun. And so now we're going to leave you with something, right?
Yeah. Sonic Heroes had a video that plays if you don't select anything at the start. And it is what it is.
It is.
You'll see.
Enjoy.
Bye.